It's a common problem that you've probably encountered all too often. You need the convenience of a hatchback, the elegance of a coupe, but regularly need to ferry up to 5 people at more than 300 kilometers an hour. Surely nothing can meet that brief. Right? Wrong. This is the new Audi RS7, and it's very practical, with room for up to 5 adults and this huge liftback boot at the back. It's also got this unorthodox profile, which is somewhere between hatchback, sedan and coupe. Oh, did I mention? It's also got a 4-litre twin-turbo V8 under the bonnet that pumps out 441 kilowatts and will get this thing to 305 kilometres an hour. Didn't mention it? No? Let me demonstrate. Trying to exploit the full potential of a monster like this on Australian roads is most likely going to result in an embarrassing trip to the compound, and probably jail. Instead, I've brought it to the location of Das Hardberg in Germany. Each year, this 4-kilometre stretch of winding forest road hosts the Bergrennen Zotzenbach hill climb, a grueling competition that's been held here since the 1960s. Think of it as Targa Tasmania's more efficient cousin. And as you would expect, with 441 kilowatts on tap, it is pretty quick. But that's about the same kilowatts as the previous generation RS7. So how is this one so much quicker? One of the key differences between this and the previous generation RS7 is this now has a 48-volt hybrid subsystem. And that can recover up to 12 kilowatts of energy from the engine and pump it back into the system for a little more torque. In fact, quite a lot more torque. With a completely new engine, this has 800 newton meters of torque and nearly 100 newton meters more than the previous gen. And it stops better too, with the carbon ceramic brakes improved for a lighter weight and better heat dissipation. And while the previous gen version had just 8 piston calipers at the front, this has 10. And if people don't believe you own a car that can do in excess of 300 kilometers an hour, you can take them along for the ride. There's plenty of space in here. There's loads of headroom up front, and it's the same story at the back, where there's up to 3 seats available. For the ultimate in rear seat comfort, though, you can option this car as a 4-seater, just like the previous generation. Clearly, Audi has been paying attention to one of its closest rivals, another German premium manufacturer. And for this generation, it's included a new RS mode button on the steering wheel. You can predetermine exactly what that button does, but for my purposes, I've set it to nuclear. And when you press that button, all hell breaks loose. In no time at all, this car flashes up figures on that head-up display that I didn't think was possible. And of course, 22-inch rubber coupled to Quattro all-wheel drive system means just about the ultimate in grip for roads like this. And that's really what the RS7 does so admirably. When you find a fantastic road like this, it defies physics and its weight with unbelievable efficiency. But get it on the open road, and it is sublimely comfortable. What an outstanding piece of German engineering. The Audi RS7, menacing, cosmically fast, but above all else, practical.